And now details trickling in of the Telangana High Court order that's granted relief to Allu Arjun. He's been given 4-week interim bail. The Telangana High Court has granted the superstar finally some relief. After 5 hours since his arrest, Allu Arjun has been granted bail. The High Court has said Allu Arjun has a right to life and liberty, that he cannot be deprived of his rights. The Telangana High Court has also questioned whether the charges, particularly of culpable homicide, actually stand against Allu Arjun. So you've got, in fact, details now coming in of the Telangana High Court order. Much needed reprieve for Allu Arjun. He just reached, in fact, the central prison and was, in fact, remanded to 14-day judicial custody. And just as he stepped foot inside the Chanchalgura jail, the order came in from the Telangana High Court that he's been granted interim bail. If this hadn't happened, he would have spent the weekend behind bars till some sort of legal recourse was sought next week. Let's take this across to our reporters on the ground. We've got with us Nagarjun Dwarkanath, who is getting us all the updates on the Telangana High Court order. We also have Apurva Jayachandran, who's joining us live now from Hyderabad. Nagar, to you first. Run us through the highlights of the Telangana High Court judgment.
In fact, the argument went on for almost 90 minutes, where both the sides put on their point of view. What Allu Arjun's counsel prayed in front of the judge is that we were not told not to appear before the Sandhya Theatre. In fact, permission was sought, and the government says that the SHO had declined permission, saying that there would be disturbance to the public, and they had informed the theatre, and the theatre had not informed Allu Arjun. And the difference from Allu Arjun's lawyers was that Allu Arjun was in the first floor of Sandhya Theatre, and the commotion happened in the lower level or the basement level of the theatre, and not in the first floor, and hence blaming Allu Arjun would not be right. And he just came to watch the movie, and he also had defense of quoting Shah Rukh Khan's case in Rais movie when he was travelling in a train and commotion happened, and bail was granted for Shah Rukh as well, and hence Allu Arjun also has to be granted the bail, and the liberty is his fundamental right. Judge also agreed. But what was the point of contention, Akshita, was this was a quash petition even before Allu Arjun was arrested. By the time the petition was heard, Allu Arjun was arrested and sent to 14 days of judicial custody. Initially, the government advocate said that the petition is not even valid anymore because Allu Arjun is arrested and a regular bail plea has to be taken over on Monday. But defense lawyers of Allu Arjun case said that no, this has to be taken as a special circumstance because we had moved the petition much before the arrest came, but by 2 o'clock we had moved the lunch petition and the court only heard us at 4 o'clock. The judge did take for the petition to be heard, and finally 4 weeks of the bail granted for Allu Arjun with 50,000 bond to be executed is what the judge says. And finally it ended on a lighter note when the government advocate said that does it mean Allu Arjun has to surrender after 4 weeks back to the prison? Everyone laughs in the courtroom, and then the judge says, let's see, and the hearing ended there.
Interesting. But at the end of all of this, Allu Arjun gets to go back home today. He won't have to spend the night in prison. Thanks very much, Nagarjun, for those details. Let's cut across to more breaking news coming in. And Allu Arjun's co-star in Pushpa 2, Rashmika Mandanna, has now put out a post on social media platform X about the arrest and subsequent bail of Allu Arjun. Rashmika has said, and I'm quoting from her statement, she says, "I can't believe what I'm seeing right now. The incident that happened was an unfortunate and deeply saddening one. However, it is disheartening to see everything being blamed on a single individual. This situation is both unbelievable and heartbreaking." Rashmika was there during that screening of Pushpa 2. She witnessed the chaos. But remember, she hasn't been booked. And that's because the Telangana police believe that the chaos was due to Allu Arjun, that it was his fans that had gathered in large numbers, which is why she hasn't been booked. Neither has Allu Arjun's wife, Sneha Reddy, who was also there at that screening. But Rashmika lashing out, saying it's simply unfair to pin the blame on one individual, which is Allu Arjun in this case. I want to bring in Apurva Jayachandran for more details. Apurva, there's been an outpouring of support for Allu Arjun in Tollywood from his own family, of course, with several of the Tollywood first family coming together at Allu Arjun's residence right now to be with his family. You've got other actors, his colleagues who are standing by him, even others across the country like Varun Dhawan who are backing him right now.
Well, that's right, Akshita. In fact, this massive reach of support for Allu Arjun comes at the time when the family, is needing it the most. Remember, Allu Arjun, the way that he was picked up from his residence there, he's also had an altercation with the police wherein he says the kind of way in which they barged into his bedroom and his room, that was not something that was, a polite thing to do for the police, and that's what he's also pointing out in that video, in that audio that we can see going viral. So, and we're also seeing just after he had been picked up and sent to the Gandhi hospital for, medical checkup and then to the Nampalli court for the hearing, we saw his near and dear ones, including his close-knit family of Chiranjeevi, megastar Chiranjeevi, Nagababu Konidala, as well as Deputy Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, Pawan Kalyan, who's also left from Vijayawada, might I add, in a special flight where he will be reaching back and joining with the family there at the Allu residence, where they will be gathered together during this difficult time. And, Nagarjun Dwarkanath pointed out that the High Court has also granted an interim bail as well, giving
4
a huge
weeks. So
relief
for
there
4
for
weeks,
Allu
he's
Arjun.
going to be now out on bail. And then there's no doubt his legal team will ensure that there's further reprieve.